Players podcast brought to you by Aztec Link and We Believe Network. Alongside us today is the SDSU football guest. We have Jacob Bostick once again. Welcome back.
What's cracking?
And then as always, I'm Jack Powers alongside me today, Kylie Freeland. Well, let's get right into the Aztec Link golf tournament that was most recently going on. Talk about what the day was like being out there on Riverwalk golf course.
Yeah, no, it was a good time. Got the chance to hang with a few donors and alumni. Spoke to the Rossmans, so that was a good time. Not great at golf, but took a few notes. So hopefully I can improve that a little this summer.
So what's the scores hovering around when we play an 18-hole course? Go all 18.
Man, I don't know what the strategy is,
Not
but
making 100 yet?
No, definitely not. But I was trying to take as many tips as I could because, yeah, I'm not very good. I mean, if you want to see me in mini golf, now we're talking, right? But full 18 holes, it's a long day. But it was a good time.
Distance doesn't matter. Where the money's made is putting.
Oh no, my putting game is real. My putting game is real nice. So yeah.
It's all feel.
Yeah.
And kind of transitioning to team, in your first season with the Aztecs, you guys went 9-4 on the season, a huge turnaround for the program after going 3-9 the previous year. Mm-hmm. Going into this year, kind of what is the team looking to build on that's taking you guys through, hopefully, the championship?
Yeah, good question. I think one of the main things we focused on is just building what we call culture and connection. Each Wednesday we do these non-player or non-football meetings is what they're called, and we talk to basically our teammates, our coaches about things that maybe not necessarily about football, but just life. And so with I think it was 43 new guys on the team from freshmen to transfers, we really wanted to build a team. And so I think that's really what we've kind of dove into in the off season, really trying to build a team, build culture, and then just connect with all the people. So that's one thing we put emphasis on.
I've walked by those rooms a couple times while that's going on. I hear everybody naming everybody in the room. You've had any problems with that?
No. So far, I've been pretty good. I feel like I've really tried. No, there's definitely been some guys struggling, but we've done it multiple times. So hopefully everybody's got everybody's name down.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, those 4 losses I'm sure stand out a lot from last season, especially that bowl game loss ending the season. You had that New Mexico loss on the road.
Yeah.
Going into this year, what are those kind of things the team's really focusing on to try and improve when it comes to this season?
Yeah, man. I'm glad you bring that up, man. Coach Lewis always emphasizes on just the small things, because if you can't do the small things right, you're not going to be able to finish how you want to. And so I think that's kind of what we saw last year, where had a really nice hot start, and then towards the end there we kind of just fell there. And so we've really put an emphasis on doing everything at the right level, even the smallest things, showing up on time or just helping another teammate out on certain things, because those are things that matter. And so those are the kind of things we're trying to put emphasis on in the offseason.
Well, you also have Denegal now coming back for his second season. You're coming back for your second season. A lot of guys returning on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
What does that give you confidence-wise next year?
Man, we talk about this all the time. Because it's one thing to come into a new system and, you're trying to learn about the coaches, you're trying to learn your new teammates, and then it's also the system, So every offensive system is a little bit different, but having a year under your belt, just provides so much confidence between you and the coaches and then the other guys around you. And so it's definitely a different feeling, sitting in that huddle knowing, it's go time, So we're excited.
Yeah, and how does the work kind of behind the scenes that you guys do all together translate onto the field? What is the importance of that to people that they might be seeing?
Yeah, glad you bring that up. Actually, we've done some just football, not non-football, but player-led film meetings.
Mm-hmm.
And so those have been really, really nice because, you're hearing from a direct perspective from Jaden, or you're hearing from a direct perspective from another receiver that's seeing this. So we're talking through that. He's playing this type of coverage. We're going to throw this instead. And so stuff like that is really elevating our game, and we're trying to improve that.
Did you do that last year too, or is this?
A little bit. We're really trying to put an emphasis on it this year because, we fell short. And so, to do something, to get to place you've never been, you got to do things you've never done. So try new things.
I've heard the goal is Pac-12 championship.
For sure.
Correct?
For sure.
Is there a couple teams maybe that everybody's kind of eyeing down right now, or is it just one week at a time?
I think 1 week at a time. I think, honestly, a lot of guys are just really excited to be in the Pac-12. And I think I said this last time, but Pac-12, there's bigger stages, bigger audiences, and I don't think anybody from our team shies away from that. So
Are you excited for Pac-12 after
super excited, super excited. I can't wait.
I grew up watching it my whole life. Glad
Yeah.
it's back. It'll be awesome.
Yeah.
So talk about, you suffered that season-ending injury 6 games into the year.
Mhm.
What did that do for you? Now you have to sit out. You have to watch the last, 7 games there.
Yeah.
Now just talk about that a little bit.
Yeah, obviously not a great thing. But you know what? I've tried to change my perspective a little bit. And, I told the guys this in the non-football meetings, just to be grateful for the things you have, because in every situation, even in life, like things can change like an instant. And so I think it brought me perspective, man. I tried to take on a different role of just helping the guys along, being a leader when I can, taking the young pups under my wing, trying to help them with the playbook. And so definitely humbles you a little bit, change the scenery. But, I think all in all, I'm almost there, and we'll get back to doing the things we used
Is
to.
there any guys on the offensive side, new guys coming in that fans should keep an eye on?
Yeah. Matter of fact, my man Carson Deal, that's
yeah.
the real guy, man. He's my I sit right next to Lola Hoya. So I sit next to him in my meetings, man. So I think all the freshmen are doing a great job. But my man Carson definitely stands out for sure.
Good.
And talk about like the second year a little bit. What is this going to do for you individually, kind of having been in the offensive scheme for a season already? Like, how has your mindset changed or a little bit different?
Yeah, like I mentioned, I think just like the overall confidence feeling like, because when you start a play, you got to start with your alignment, your assignment. Then you're also looking at the defense. Then you're also looking at the ball. Then you're looking at maybe a change of play. And so like now that the offense is down like that, the process is so much faster. And so the confidence is just so much higher. And so I think a lot of guys can relate to that, knowing that, this is the second time into the system. And that gives us the advantage of doing that.
Well, let's transition into getting to know you a little bit. I know you've kind of
Let's do it.
discussed this with me on previous podcasts, but you grew up in Illinois. Talk us through your college football career, maybe going out of high school there.
For sure. Super blessed out of high school, had a bunch of opportunities. Went to the University of Iowa for 2 years, and then transferred to Texas A&M, where I was there for a year, and then landed in sunny San Diego. So it's been all over the place, man, but it's a journey that I don't think I'd change even a little bit. So it's been pretty cool.
Love it.
What kind of drew you to San Diego State? Like, talk us through that transition.
Oh, man. So funny enough, I actually knew Coach Lewis and Coach Barton and Coach Middleton, basically like the whole staff back from high school.
Wow.
Because they were at Kent State.
Oh, wow.
And so my dad played at Kent State. He was a captain there. My mom went to Kent State. And so that was a connection that they had. And so out of high school, I was really high on, Coach Barton, Coach Lewis, Middleton. And so sure enough, when I got in the portal, heard from them guys, I was like, man, it's only right. You know what I mean? So we were really excited about that. It was cool.
Yeah, and kind of talk us like through your interest to pursue football. Was it kind of a path that you paved on your own, or it sounds like it was kind of in your family? So bring us back to those moments and when you first started playing.
Yeah, I didn't have a choice. Didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, I think that was the sport I took to the most. I also played basketball, also ran track. Track was a big thing in our family. My dad actually ran one of the largest track programs in the state of Illinois at one point. So that was a big thing. But, man, I wanted to be like my dad. My dad was a receiver in college. Ever since I was little, I had the football. He was throwing it to me. So once I got to high school, switched to receiver and started doing that stuff.
Was there something like specific about football that drew you to it? Like,
man, I don't know. I think it was just what was on TV all the time. It was NFL, it was college, and that's what I saw. So like I wanted to be that. So yeah.
And how has moving schools kind of shaped you as a person outside of the football world?
Yeah, very unique perspective.
Oh, yeah,
Very
for
unique
sure.
perspective. I mean, you got Iowa up there, North, Texas South, and then Cali West. So I feel like I said, it's been all over the place. But the cool thing is you meet so many different people, and you build like really cool relationships through that. And so I think I've been able to branch out and try new things. For example, like at Iowa, I remember I was visiting farms and like going to cornfields, and then Texas, it was like blistering hot, and so we were doing like barbecues out there, and then you got the beach out in San Diego. So like Very different environments, but it was a good time.
It's a happy medium here.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah. And where do you see yourself in 5 years or beyond? What does the future kind of look like for you if you had to picture it?
Good question. In 5 years, where do I see myself? Man, God willing, I would love to get drafted to the NFL. I'd love to play in the NFL, man. But most importantly, I'd love to have a family. If I don't have a family at that point, hopefully I have a loving wife. But other than that, I really want to speak gospel into everybody. I want to use the platform for good. That's been one of my biggest dreams, was be an inspiration to not only the youth but also adults. And so just having that platform and using the word for good, spreading the gospel of Jesus Christ, that would be my dream and goal in 5 years.
That's beautiful.
Well, with transitioning all over the country, right, and you want to be this inspiration, of course, what has been the hardest thing in doing that?
Mm-hmm.
You got to make all these new friends, right, coming in, new programs. I know that can be difficult for a lot of people.
Very difficult, yeah. Hardest part about that, man, I'm going to go two routes. I'm going to go football and then just life outside of it. Football, I would say just learning like different systems and how like those work, because truly football's football. Everybody has pretty much the same type of plays, but the verbiage is different. You got Iowa that's more of a huddle system. You got A&M that's more of an NFL type of system, and then San Diego State, very fast tempo. You know what I mean? So like those are three different type of systems that you got to get used to. So that took a little bit of time, but I think being able to go to those three different systems provided me with a way to learn about how I learn best, and so like that's flashcards, and that's I bought myself a little whiteboard and little markers. That's how I study, and so I do that stuff, talk with players and stuff like that. So that was one thing I learned. And then outside of football, I think just knowing who I am. Like I learned a lot about myself, like what I like to do. I learned that I love fishing. That was one thing I picked up at Iowa. I love fishing. Try to do that in a little bit of Texas. I learned that I'm not very good at golf. gotta work on my golf game.
You won that one in Texas.
Yeah. And then man, I think just meeting new people, trying to find your group. I think it's something that people go through. But I've been very blessed and fortunate to meet a lot of nice people. So it's been cool.
Well, let's take it away from football a little bit and do some of these fun questions. I think I may have asked you some of these prior, but
okay.
What's the pre-game rituals, superstitions looking like?
Oh man. Okay, so for me, pre-game tradition. I think for me, it starts the night before.
Okay.
Right. Have to pray on my knees. Got to get a prayer in. And then the next day, the game day, I'll call my grandma. Her name is G-Ma. Gotta call G-Ma. She gets my prayer going right, and then the day kind of starts from there. But I start with a Christian song first when I get on the bus. And then any other tradition, I'm trying to think. Those are the three main ones.
Just go.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. G-Ma starts today though.
Yes.
If I can't, I've had a game where I couldn't get a hold of G-Ma, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, Mom, somebody," so it was good.
What's going on?
And you've had a lot of college games. What do you think, if you had to pick one, is your most memorable college game?
Oh man, good one. Really good one. It's probably Stony Brook last year.
Okay.
Stony Brook last year was my first touchdown.
Yeah.
And then I was able to catch a touchdown in front of my family in that same end zone. So I think it was a really special moment. I looked up right afterwards, said what's up to them, and that was probably one of the most special moments of my career.
What did that mean to you?
Yeah, everything. Like you've got to this point. You work hard, and to this point I've had a few injuries, and so that's kind of kept me off the field up to this point. But to go out there, give glory to God, and get that touchdown to start the game off, and then see my mom and dad up in the stands, that was special for sure.
What has been the craziest away environment you've been in? Now, you've been in the Big Ten and the SEC.
Yeah.
So you've seen it all. I'm assuming.
Oh man. I don't even want to give them the credit though. That's the problem. Man, I'm gonna go Auburn. Auburn in the
Maybe.
SEC. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Don't sleep on A&M though. They got a
Oh,
real
College
nice.
Station.
Yeah,
Oh,
College
yeah,
Station.
College.
That's legit for sure. But yeah, Auburn out that away game. I think we went into like 2 or 3 overtimes with them, and so that was a crazy one for sure.
What's the tradition like at the Iowa waving? Is that
Yeah, the
Iowa,
wave.
right? What was that like being on the field? I'm sure you participated.
Yeah,
in
so that was really cool because my time at Iowa, I used to go to the Children's Hospital.
Yeah.
And so I used to spend a lot of time with the kids up there.
Does a lot of the football team participate?
A little bit. Yeah, there was like a selective group that kind of went up there and like said hello and spent time with them. And so I remember it's one thing being down on the field waving,
Yeah.
but it's another thing like being up there and looking down at the stadium. And so one of the rooms I was in, I was able to look down like to the field, and I don't know, it just provides such a different perspective on life, like but very grateful that I was able to hopefully affect some kids in a positive way.
100%.
But yeah, that's a really special thing. I always tried to, I don't know if they ever saw me, but I was waving super aggressive, trying to say hi to my guys up there. So yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And kind of our last fun question. If you can take one album and one movie with you to a deserted island, what are you picking?
One album? You said one album, one movie?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna go one movie. One movie's tough. I'm gonna go with a classic, The Goonies. Have you guys ever seen The
Yeah.
Goonies? That's probably like one of my favorite movies. I'm gonna go The Goonies, and then I'm gonna go Thriller, Michael Jackson.
Oh, have you watched the new movie?
I did. It was fire. Y'all seen it?
I saw
That was good. Get a little Thriller action. That was
You
good.
did see what he.
Oh, the Beat It was super
That
cool.
was sick.
Yeah, the Beat It was super cool.
That's awesome. I'm
It's like being at a concert.
Yes. I had a little moment in the theater where I stood up and started doing the little dance move.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah,
His streams are going through the roof right now. He's #1 on everything.
they are killing it for sure.
Awesome.
We'll go to the name a teammate segment from that though. So we'll give you a question, just name a teammate who kind of matches up.
Okay.
Who has the best playlist on the team? Oh, you know what? You didn't give us an album. I just realized it.
Oh, album.
wait.
Oh no, throw us an album. Throw us an album. Yeah,
Movie.
yeah.
Anyways, who has best playlist on the team?
I'm gonna go my roommate Bert. I'm gonna give it to him. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bert. He's got it all. Like, we do the jugs. One day it'll be, country, the next it's rap, the next it's some other music genre I've never even heard of, but like it flows. So
There you go.
I'm gonna go Bert.
How's he doing at receiver?
Really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah, no, I think he's made the transition really well. What helps him, I think, is his pops played in the NFL too,
Yeah.
and played receiver, and so I don't know how much of a better coach he can get there. I mean, you got pops who played in the NFL, so he's doing a really good job though.
Did he already kind of naturally have it before going into that position, or footwork wise and all that? Or?
Yeah, no, I think this transition was really smooth for him.
Okay.
I think there's just small details, that we can refine, but that's any receiver's game. 100%, he got the speed. Yep.
And who's most likely to forget their shoes before practice?
Who's gonna forget their shoes? Oh man. Who would forget their shoes? JoJo, I love you, brother, but I'm gonna go JoJo. Yeah.
Who's the best dancer on the team?
Me.
Oh,
Hands
wow.
down. I'm gonna look the camera in the eye too. Me.
With those Thriller
He always
movies.
said Flames album.
Yeah. I don't think anyone has ever said anything.
Nobody said me?
No. Everyone just says me.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna
So
go with
valid.
me. Yeah.
And then who's the team jokester?
Oh, team jokester. Man, team jokester. I'm trying to think who's hilarious. Oh man, I'm gonna go Prince.
Oh.
Prince. Yeah, Prince be having me cracking up. I'm not gonna lie. Prince, Isaiah Green's hilarious. Yeah, them two guys are funny.
Who would make the best coach someday?
I think Dre. Dre's got the
I see
coach.
you doing it.
Yeah, me? You think you ain't got it in me? I don't know. We'll see. I think Dre would make a really good coach, though.
I like that.
Who's most likely to go viral?
Oh, who's the TikTok man? Tano or probably Max, one of them TikTokers for sure.
Yeah.
If you could switch lives with one of your teammates for a day, who would it be?
Switch lives. I gotta go JD. I gotta be quarterback. Gotta lead the offense. Check this, throw it deep. You know what I mean? That's probably what I'd do. Yeah, that's probably where I would go.
That's awesome. And who's best dressed on the team?
Best dressed. Best dressed. I'm gonna go Isaiah Green. Isaiah Green. He's yeah. I was a newcomer, but just stay tuned. You know what I mean? Like he's got some good fits. So I'm gonna go Zay.
All right, last one. Who's the biggest trash talker on the team now? Someone had to take it over from Chris Johnson.
Yeah, Chris definitely had it there for a minute. I'm gonna go with an offensive guy. I'm gonna go Dono. I'm gonna go Dono. Yeah.
That line can get chirpy.
Yeah, they can.
And now we're gonna do a this or that segment. So I'll give you two options and pick one. So
Okay.
early morning or late night practices.
Early morning.
Books or movies?
Movies.
There we go.
TV shows or movies.
TV shows.
Okay.
Text or call?
Call. Hands down.
Apple Music or Spotify.
Spotify.
Sneakers or slides?
Slides.
Coffee or energy drinks.
Energy drinks.
We have defense or offense?
Offense. Come on now. What are we talking about?
Bus ride or flight.
Flight.
Night game or noon game?
Night. Under the lights.
Yeah.
Best feeling for sure.
Home jersey or away white.
Home jersey.
Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles?
Okay. Sunset or sunrise.
Sunset.
Beautiful.
Love it. Well, with that being said, we'd love for you maybe to just give a personal message to all those NIL donors out there, helping you guys out day after day.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys. It was really special being at the Coryell Classic this year. But truly, our support or your support really affects us in a positive manner. So we really appreciate you guys, and we can't wait to put on a show for you guys this season.
Well, thank you, Jacob, once again for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having me. I
You were great,
appreciate
as
it.
always. We wish you the best this upcoming season. Any plans for the summer?
Oh,
A little break?
Nope, stay around here
There you go.
and get healthy and make the team win. So,
Living
yeah, you know that. Sunny San Diego.
Well, that'll do it for the We Believe Players podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll